Were you starstruck with like Travis and those guys because they were your heroes growing up? Like
Well,
Travis Pastrana?
Yeah, at first. But like Travis was the first movie like real star I ever met. And it was early on. It was like 2013.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the first famous person I'd ever met in my life.
He's
Where
a different
was
level
it?
of famous though, too, right?
Yeah, where was it?
This is a fucked up story. It's really funny. No, it's good. I love giving people credit for these things because, you know, everything is still like the way it is because of these specific people. So Nate Wessel, you had him on the show.
Yep.
Street Bike Tommy.
Yep.
Like Street Bike Tommy, a lot of people don't know. Street Bike Tommy is a drywall expert. Like he's a drywaller.
He's a messiah, yeah.
That's what he did as a trade. When not like Travis had put out this message in Maryland of it was the Godfreys, Greg Godfrey and Travis had put out like do the craziest shit you can think of and show us your tapes and we might put you in the first Nitro Circus movie. So Street Bike Tommy is like out on his Hayabusa doing all these fucking tricks and everything, and he's filming it, and he goes and buys this old like fucking Caprice and crashes it, I think it's his grandma's. He crashes it into a tree. Like he's trying to get in the movie. He keeps showing him these tapes,
Yeah.
And then somebody calls him one day. He's like, "Hey, Travis is out of town. You should come fucking backflip the street bike into the foam pit."
No shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that happens.
And it's all on film?
Yes, street bike. Yeah, that's when he misses the foam.
yeah,
pit,
yeah.
breaks
Doesn't
his-
he miss the phone?
Yeah, it's one of the most viewed videos on the internet to date.
It's
like
a
in
bad fall, too. I mean, it's a bad
like,
crash.
dude, pull it
I
up.
watched
The
it.
Street Bike Tommy.
Pull it up
fucking-
if you can.
Yeah.
I remember
yeah.
seeing this as well, where I was just like, oh, boy.
Dude,
why
this
did
was
fucking guy do
before
this?
YouTube, but this video was going around on the internet.
Oh, yeah,
Of, like,
dude.
holy fuck, somebody missed the fucking foam pit.
Yeah, how do you do that?
He broke both his ankles.
And
That's
everybody
it.
was- yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
Ankles.
And so Travis said you're good? Like, you're in after this?
Well, yeah. So they were like, "Oh my god, this guy fucking like," and then they reviewed his footage, and yeah, they brought him in, and it's like it's Street Bike Tommy, like.
Yeah. Yeah.
So and then
Hang on,
here
we'll
we
play
go.
right here.
Yeah.
Let's do this thing.
Welcome
God
back.
damn it.
No,
I'm
no,
Eric
this is
Roeder,
it.
and this
That's
is
Eric.
Nitro
This is when they used to do
Circus's
this.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Today we're going to take a look at probably the most
this guy right here?
legendary crash.
That's
in
Eric
Nitro
Roeder.
history.
He was a skydiver.
And it
He
comes
he got
from
killed
the
quite a
most
few
beloved
years
Nitro
ago.
member.
He did.
Yeah, he's
Street
one of their
Bike
best
Tommy.
friends to everyone.
Gotcha.
Now, Street Bike Tommy likes to think of himself as a professional
He was
athlete.
slender back then.
He was in good shape.
Yeah, I
He used to
didn't know
talk
that.
A whole lot of shit. In fact, so much shit, he finally got himself an invite.
By
to
the way,
Travis Pastrana's house.
his street
And
bike
that's
is
where
wrapped
Street Bike
in
Tommy made
fur.
it.
Like,
Is it really?
yeah.
To this day, it's still debated whether Tommy was trying a front flip or a back flip. Now, Tommy will take it to his
See it?
deathbed that he was
It's-
trying a front flip.
I think it's a
Cheetah.
front
No,
flip.
that wasn't
Yeah.
the case.
No, his bike is wrapped in cheetah
No, I
fur.
understand that. But was it a front flip or a back flip?
What are you gonna do?
I'm saying it's a front flip.
Backflip, baby.
Ah!
Jigsaw 1000 all furred out.
He said back
Jixer
flip.
1000 on furred out.
Oh, god damn it, dude. Damn it. Watching this is
I don't know if that
painful
hurt
still.
Tommy more or the ground.
I thought he was dead, by the way, at this point.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's it.
Go back to the video.
Oh,
Wait, hang
God.
on.
Yeah. He landed on some plywood.
Holy
Shoes fell
shit.
off. How you doing, Tom? You're the man, Tom.
They should just put the plywood
Tommy
over
never
it.
went on to do a front flip on a street bike. He did sink himself far enough into the cement.
God.
Oh,
to be a
yeah.
So, I
Nitro
mean,
Circus superstar.
I remember
played,
where I
sir.
was when I saw this, dude.
Well played.
So
Shit.
so Wessel and Tommy, they both, Wessel's master carpenter, master fucking fabricator.
'Cause he was building all the
metalworker.
ramps,
yeah,
jumps, all
did
that stuff, yeah.
everything. A pro
Yeah.
BMXer and everything. But both him and Tommy were big gun guys. So one afternoon at Travis's house, after they did something, they were all up in the bar, and Wessel and Tommy pull up Matt's channel. And they're like, look at these guys, look at these guys. And Wessel turns to Travis. He goes, use your fucking star power to find these guys. We need to hang out with them.
All off of Matt Best's channel.
Yeah.
That's
Off of
funny,
our
dude.
videos. And so a week, 2 weeks go by, and Travis is showing one of our videos to somebody at a rally.
Okay.
And at the time, Bucky Lasek was on Team Subaru with
Pro
Travis.
skateboarder.
Yes.
One of the best in the biz.
And then one of the guys that volunteered to help Bucky's race team was Paul. Like, you know, Paul.
Oh, yeah. I know Paul. Yeah.
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 So Paul lived in El Paso. I filmed a fucking video of Paul in his Subaru before I had even met Matt. So Paul knew me. Because I used to hang out with him in El Paso.
Got it.
So Paul goes, I know them.
Yeah.
And Travis was like, what? He's like, I know him. He's like, give me their fucking phone number. So Caitlin was pregnant with Charlotte. I'm active duty E5 in the Air Force. And I'm in bed. It's 11:30 at night. They're on the West Coast, so I guess it's only 10:30. A FaceTime comes in from a fucking Maryland number. I'm like, I didn't get random phone calls then, let alone FaceTimes.
Mm-hmm.
So I answer it, and it's Travis Pastrana. And I'm fucking in bed, shirtless.
And what year is this?
2013.
Holy shit, dude.
And I'm like, hi?
Yeah.
He goes, oh, your shirt's off. I'm like, I was in bed. He goes, don't worry about it. He was like, can you get to LA tomorrow? It's 11:30 at night.
No shit.
I'm like, what? He goes, can you get to LA tomorrow? I'm like, fuck it. Yeah. Yeah, I can.
Hey guys, go to hardafseltzer.com. Get some 8% seltzer shipped right to your house. The peach, the lemon lime, the strawberry shortcake, and the blue raspberry. No carbs, no sugars, no gluten if you give a shit about that. We are live in over 100 stores in Tennessee. Florida just opened up. Go to hardafseltzer.com today and check your store locator or order them right to your house.
He goes, all right, when you land, Texas number, and I'll tell you where to meet. I was like, okay. So I call my boss, who's an E7, Michael Shropshire. Very, very cool guy. Gotta give him a shout out.
Obviously,
Yeah.
I'm assuming he gave you the time
Call
off
him at
to go.
11:30 at night.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, what's wrong? I'm like, nothing. I go, Travis Pastrana just called me. He goes, what? Why? I'm like, he asked me if I could be in LA tomorrow. He's like, I'll sign you out on leave. Go. I just want to hear the story.
That's fucking awesome.
So like he literally is like, just go. I get, I like dial up on AOL because it's 2013.
Sure.
And I get online and go to Southwest. There's a direct flight from El Paso to LA in the morning at like fucking 9 or 10. Get that. I roll to the airport, fly, land. There's no such thing as Uber this year, so I get in a taxi.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, in LA, where am I going? And I just get an address. So I get in a taxi. I show him the address. He has a TomTom, throws it in. We're off. As we pull in.
Can I pause real quick and guess the cab fare?
Yeah, was it?
Sure.
I'm 235.
I was gonna say 210.
What?
How much?
You know it's somewhere way away
The
from
cab
LAX.
fare had to have been $210.
No. It was. I was literally going to Long Beach.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. All right. We were on the same wavelength. I thought he was going to Santa Clara. Okay. I was like, yo, that's going to be a $200 cab ride. And I thought you were going to freak out over that.
No.
Okay.
And so I get out of the cab and I'm standing at the loading dock of the donut garage of Hoonigan headquarters. And on the loading dock is Kit Cope, Ken Block, and Bucky Lasek. So I have been called at 11:30 at night.
Yeah.
I'm told to get to LA by Travis Pastrana. I fucking fly on a whim, get signed out by leave from my boss, told to go, and I show up at the fucking donut garage, and I'm standing in front of Ken, fucking Kit Cope, and Bucky Lasek.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what the fuck? And this is like after maybe like 4 or 5 videos have been out, like that me and Matt have been doing. So I'm just like, what the fuck?
Because at this point, you probably don't think anybody's watching this thing.
I mean, we
Who
knew
gives
that
a
like the view
shit?
counts were very good. We
They
knew
are,
that the
but do you know a
military-
celebrity's gonna call you in LA
the
and be like, "Hey,
military
come
knew
to-"
us.
Yeah.
Like we knew that we were popular in the military, but not this. So now, Ken immediately was like, "Oh, hey, what's up?" And Kit was like, "What's going on, man?" And I'm like, "Oh, shit, dude, I just got this address. Like, no clue what's going on." And Paul was there, and Paul was like, "Oh, this is JT from Article 15. And this is what I was telling you guys about all the military guys doing all this cool shit." And like, so Ken walks me around, shows me around. They had like the Gymkhana 2 car in there. They had Gymkhana 3 car. I think they were like, they'd either just finished with the Unicorn or were in the process with the Unicorn. And I was just like, dude, wide-eyed and bushy-tailed, like, what the fuck? This is wild. So we all get in a fucking car now. And it's me and Paul and Bucky and Kit and Ken. And Kit's driving. And I'm like, dude, I'm sitting next to Bucky.
Yeah.
Like, as a skateboarder that has grown up my whole life, my dad loving skateboarding. And I'm fucking sitting with Bucky in the middle seat. Like, what the fuck?
And he's a great fucking dude.
Yeah,
in real
he's
life.
so
he's
fun.
The best.
Like, everybody's fucking laughing and having a good time. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, why am I here?
It's everything you hoped it would be, probably as a kid when you watched the videos and you were like, hey, dude, are those guys having that much fun in real life? And then you meet them and you're like, oh, shit, they are.
And so we drive like maybe 10 minutes. We get to this hotel, and it's like Subaru is having the post GRC, I think, or WRC, whatever the fuck it was, Global Rallycross then. They had finished.
Yeah.
The season was over. They're having this like rap party. And so they have the whole thing fucking reserved out. So we go to the back of the hotel. They've got catering and a fucking open bar and everything. Travis comes around the corner and just goes, holy shit, holy shit. And he goes, weird question. Can I get a picture with you real quick? And I'm just like, what?
Yeah, with you.
Is
Yeah.
fucking happening? And he takes his photo and he sits there and he's like standing right next to me as he's texting, and it's like bump, 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 and he sends it to like the group, and then like, yeah, Wesley's like, holy fuck, no fucking way, you found him, holy fuck. Like, and then it was right after his he had 2 very small children. One was still like literally like 3 weeks old. I think.
Travis.
So yeah.
Yep.
So he's like, hey, I'm going to eat dinner with my wife. Then my wife is going upstairs with the kids. And then you and I are going to chat. And I'm like, okay. So I just sat there and like got food and ate. And then he came back down like an hour later. He was like, all right, let's go. And him and I went to the bar in that thing, that open bar.
Yeah.
And we did not leave.
He can fucking drink,
oh
by
my
the way.
God. And I'd always joked about the Nitro guys leading up to this of, dude, if we could ever fucking get with them, like, dude, they have no clue. They've never fucking partied with real military dudes.
Yeah.
Oh, no. We were fucking slapping each other. We were fucking playing all these crazy games. Everybody's looking at us from Subaru like, what the fuck are these two doing? Like, and we closed it down. We were the last 2 taking the last 2 drinks from the open bar that night. And he was like, that was fucking rad, bud. Save my number. And like, I do it while we're standing right there. I'm like, oh, dude, cool, thanks. He's like, all right, good night, man. I'll see you later. And then I check in, like get a room at the hotel, go to sleep, and I fly home the next day. And then like literally, because the airport's right next to where my unit was. So like, I got picked up by one of my guys, and I'm sitting in the fucking office now in uniform.
Do you have all the pictures and all that stuff to
I mean,
show your
there
buddies?
was there was only a couple pictures. Like, I mean, phone cameras sucked back then.
Sure.
So I was like, oh, whatever. But I'm sitting in the office looking at his contact card, and everybody's standing around me. And I'm like, what do I do with this? They're like, I don't know. Look at Travis's number. Like, what the fuck? Okay. And then just kind of like went on. And dude, like a week goes by and I get a random text from him. It's just like, hey, how's it going? And I'm just like, hi.
Yeah.
What's up? And then like a couple months later.
Is it like a girl you're waiting to hear back from, or you're like, dude, I hope he texts me?
Not really, because I was more like in the mindset of, all right, he gave me his number, yeah, I'll just be cool about it. And then no shit, like all of a sudden it's like, hey dude, what's going on? I'm like, oh, nothing. and then like a couple weeks go by and he's like, dude, can you come to Vegas in a couple weeks? Like on this date? I'm like, yeah. Fuck it. I'm in. Yeah. One time, like he ran him. This is later on, and this is even fucking crazier. Like some of these stories are fucking weird. Because like I'll fast forward to 2016. I link up with one of the I think it was Paul that linked me up with this guy too, like the actual like photographer that was touring with Blink 182. And he's like, we get linked up. He's like, all right, we're coming to Salt Lake.
Oh, we did that bit on the show with Blink 182, and then he sends you a video. Was it Mark Hoppus?
No. This is later. This is before that.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was
that was a wild one too,
dude,
where it was
that
just
was
like,
hilarious.
hey Jared, you'll never fucking be me, and I was just
Yeah.
like, it was awesome.
Yeah.
Blink 182 sending you a personal video.
Badass.
Yeah.
But so this guy's like, hey dude, guys are coming in to Salt Lake to play a big show. They want to go shooting. Can you take them? I'm like, absolutely. So like we take their photographer out to the place that we're going to go shooting the day prior. We're like, all right, here's where we're going to go. Here's the guns we're going to bring, everything. He's like, all right, cool. It's all set up. But he's like, all right, so Travis gets in at this time tomorrow. Mark and Tom show up here because Travis drives everywhere in his bus. And then the other guys flew in.
From the plane crash?
Yeah. He doesn't
Travis
fly.
Barker?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
He doesn't fly anymore.
Okay.
So he's on the bus for everything, and he's like, all right, the guys will be here at this time, and he's like, so show up. We had like 2 vehicles planned to like pick everybody up and have whoever was going to go with us and all that. And as I get home that night, I get a fucking call from Travis, and he's like, hey bud, can you be in Vegas tomorrow? And I'm like, why? He's like, I've got the go-kart place rented out. Like we're just gonna rage and fucking race go-karts. And I was like, and dude, at this point, I had already done a bunch of shit with him. Like, dude, he randomly called me once, was like, oh, do you want a road trip up from Charlotte, North Carolina back to Maryland with me and Tommy? I'm like, yeah. Like so I had gotten all these times to like kind of hang out. And then, so like now I was torn between going to Vegas from Salt Lake, which is a fucking 40-minute flight.
Sure, it's easy.
And racing go-karts with Travis and the Nitro crew.
Yeah.
Or do I stay and fucking meet Blink?
You know the answer.
I went to Vegas.
Yeah, because go-kart is like an event.
No, that's not. That wasn't my thought process.
I gave him shit. I was like, you should have gone to see Blink 182.
Well, the thing is
You should have met Blink.
Again, at that time, that was after Range 15 and everything. This was fall of 2016. So I had met a lot of celebrities at that time. I had done a bunch of,
And there was a million in that movie. There was a ton in Range 15.
What I was worried about and how I fucking put it through my head was, I know I'm going to go to Vegas and it's going to be fucking awesome with Travis and Wessel and Tommy and everybody from the Nitro crew. Jolene was there. Like, everyone was there. Mm-hmm. I know I'm going to go to Las Vegas and we're going to fucking rage our asses off. Like, we're going to drink like we're fucking idiots.
Yep.
And we're going to race go-karts. It's going to be fun. I don't know what Blink's going to be like. I don't know if they're going to be miserable, if somebody talked them into this, if they're really not into it, or if they kind of just do the, oh yeah, cool, yeah, nice to meet you.
We've all had those experiences where it's just
that's
like,
it. It's
it is. I hope at least they would have been rad, and that's why I pushed you to do the Blink thing. Where I was like, I think they're rad in real life.
I bet they would have,
but I don't know them. I don't know any of them actually. Like,
I was still new with Travis at that time. Like, we hadn't really clicked as like really close friends, so it was like I knew I would have the time of my life, like going and doing that, and then like.
You could have heard the time of your life if you hung out with the other guys.
Yeah, with Green Day. I hope you had the time.
Yeah, but I just, I didn't know. It was also, like, if you think back to late 2016, that was kind of when they all weren't very fond of each other. Like,
No,
dude,
it might have been a toxic vibe.
Like, yeah, man, like especially when their photographer was explaining to me, like, oh, they're all on separate buses and blah, 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 blah. It's kind of like, like,
No, I get it. I get it. Yeah.
I like the dudes that are cool.
And a lot of bands are like that, where it's just like they're separated. They're all in separate buses. They're not really friends in real life.
Yeah, the vibe isn't like it was.
You
in
got
the
to go
80s and 90s.
go-karting with some of the best extreme motor athletes of all time.
Yes, that's why I don't regret this decision at all, because it was fucking hilarious.
And
by the way.
Mark Hoppus did send a fucking video and said, "Hey, dude, fuck you, Jared. You'll never be me." So we got to post it on the show and everything else. So like,
But when you ask him about being starstruck by Travis, like motorsports was here, and then Travis took it to here. Like, it was like a big gap. Like, he's famous and he was good and like won all the things. And there's Tony Hawk's and like there are all the other people, like Chris Coles of the world. But he just like kept moving boundaries.